हाय देयर गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल ब्राइटशैडो। और आज हम फिर से खेल रहे हैं गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट। तो गाइस, पिछले एपिसोड में हुआ क्या था कि हम भाई चाइल्ड से मिल के भाई एडेप्टाइज से मिले थे। फिर उन्होंने भाई बैंक में वापस गए थे चाइल्ड से मिलने। तो उन्होंने बोला था कोई वैंग नाम का कोई आदमी आएगा, उससे मिलना करके। तो 4-5 दिन में भाई आएगा करके बोला गया था। तो आज वो फाइनली आ चुका है। तो आज हम उससे मिलने जाएंगे। लेकिन गाइस, उससे पहले भाई मैंने कुछ 1-2 चेस्ट भाई लेजेंडरी वाले बचा के रखे थे इस वीडियो के लिए। तो आज जाके हम उन्हें खोलेंगे। जो आगे में उससे साथ तक हमें बात करना है, बताइए जी।
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
I have no intention of joining the Fatui.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself.
Okay.
Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost.
तो मैं क्या करूँ?
But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Lioli Pavilion, भाई क्या है ये?
Oh, Paimon knows this one. There are two styles of cooking in Lioli, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner.
Okay.
The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face.
अरे खाने के बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं पता है।
Which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue
अच्छा,
style.
समझ गया। You are like this every time we talk about food.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
बेचारी भाई हमेशा भूखी रहती है। खाना नहीं देता क्या ट्रैवलर तेरे को? ओके, तो कहाँ जाना है हमें? फाइंड चाइल्ड। ओके, जा रहा है भाई चाइल्ड को फाइंड करने।
Aha, you made it.
तो आपने क्या सोचा था?
As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liu Chising would hide the Geo Archon's vessel.
Okay.
So where is he? In Lioli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liu custom.
रेस्टोरेंट में जा रहा है खाना खाने। अरे
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
ठीक है, चलो चलो अंदर। तो ये क्या जोंगली? हेलो जोंगली।
Hi.
रेस्टोरेंट तो पर एकदम मस्त है भाई, अंदर से देख रहा हो। एकदम ट्रेडिशनल वाला ना।
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
अच्छा, तो वांग संग ये क्या है? मुझे नहीं पता वांग संग।
Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed.
Okay.
And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
मेरा नाम ही शैडो है।
It is an
मेरे
honor
ऊपर
to
चलते
meet
हो,
you.
शर्म नहीं आती?
I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Indeed, it is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We
अच्छा, तो ये
ensure that
फ्यूनरल
those who
वाले हैं,
pass
मतलब काम
on
करते हैं,
do
मतलब
so
किसी को
in
अच्छे से
peace.
दफनाने का, मतलब वही फ्यूनरल वाले।
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly.
Ostensibly?
Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
वो कौन है भाई? रेक्स लैपिस का वेसल?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
The Geo Archon is also an Adeptus?
Archons go by many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the god of war, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange? As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Well, they do have a desire to deal with.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
I accept your invitation.
A wise decision. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the seven.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
Looks like there's no other choice.
If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
Alright, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks. And get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
क्या बोले? Mustard अच्छा है बोले या Liu अच्छा है बोले? I prefer the atmosphere in Mustard. Liu में थोड़े एक दो आदमी भाई थोड़े संख्या में मिला हूँ, पर वहाँ भी है तो अभी भैया इससे काम निकलवाना तो भाई Liu is the better place.
Indeed. The weight of 3,700 years worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue.
ठीक है?
Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the seven nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucus jade worthy of the deity.
तो हमें क्या लाना है? बैग ऑफ मोरा दिया गया है हमें, पता नहीं क्यों. हेलो दुकान वाले भैया जी, हमें एक नॉक्टिकुलस जेट चाहिए 10 रुपए का. मिलता है क्या?
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day.
दीजिए हमें जल्दी चाहिए भाई.
It's cheap and it's fun and
Betting?
अरे
No.
गलती से दाब दिया मेरे
Noctilucous
को.
jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
radiant grade Noctilucous jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These
पत्थर उठाना है हमें.
pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
A man who makes his living off betting on stones can't be trusted so lightly. What do you think, Mr. Zhongli? पूछते ना
Oh?
Mr. Zhongli से.
You want me to decide?
बताइए
That is
बताइए.
fine as well. If it
कौन सा
were
लेना है?
me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
सभी थे भाई.
Wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again!
मैं सभी खरीदूंगा बोलता भाई, नहीं पूछ रहा था यार. वैसे पता नहीं कितने पैसे हैं.
If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Actually, it's 2 times more.
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
हाँ भाई पैसा
If
का
one
सोचता
must
नहीं है.
always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All
मुझे भी
Mora
समझ
is
आया.
currency, but not all currency is Mora.
अच्छा,
What?
मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा अभी भी. He's talking about economics.
Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade.
मेरे तो ये पत्थर
Only
होता
after
है.
the item made using Noctilucous
बस चमक
jade
रहा
is
चाहिए.
taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true
जेड को कुछ
insider
बनाना है
would
क्या
know
हमें?
it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
मुझे भी समझ आ
If
रहा है.
you
ऊपर
point
से.
at the moon with your finger,
Okay.
a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger,
अच्छा समझ
the
गया.
patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing.
अच्छा उसका
It
पैटर्न
is
मायने नहीं
the
रखता,
moon.
ऐसा बोलना चाहता है ना?
Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
I didn't realize you were such an expert.
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
ठीक है?
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just said that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss.
पत्थर दो रे
But can you let
पत्थर.
us burn them first?
Burn them?
Yo,
You
bhai.
can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Then I'm not buying any.
Not buying? Come now, my good friends. We can still discuss this. Negotiation is key to trade, wouldn't you say? How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't
ठीक
worry.
है।
I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right, take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
These samples.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Oh, stingy.
Stingy? I've
Stingy?
already been
मुझे
very
stingy है, sorry.
generous. Any more and you may as well have my neck.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
वो तो एक सेकंड
It
लगेगा।
can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within.
Okay.
This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
आग के साथ हमें पानी भी इस्तेमाल करना है।
Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
I remember this spot in the Dodopa Gorge. How about the kitchen at Xiang's place?
You mean at Wanmin restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We cannot take such a
ठीक है,
risk.
तो हमें खुले इलाका में करना पड़ेगा ना कोई।
Oh, Paimon remembers we once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take
अच्छा,
the
पॉट की
elemental
बात कर रही है।
reactions.
अच्छा, समझ गया।
Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move. That's the pot.
अरे मैं इसमें छलांग मारूं?
It looks like the hilly churls
Salang
are
maru.
still using it.
छलांग मारूं?
It's a
मारूंगा।
bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line.
ए, उतरने दो मेरे को। अरे उतरने दो बोला ना, उतरने नहीं देते यार तुम्हारे। मार खाओ ना। करने नहीं दिया मेरे को यार, इतना अच्छा मैं नहाऊंगा बोल रहा था, नहाने नहीं देते। ले तो भाई, ये ले। और अरे मारते क्या हो? अरे उड़ा दिया भाई बाउंड्री के बाहर। ये ले भाई, कैसा लगा? अरे भागो आगे, पागल हो गया पागल। ये ले भाई, ये ऊपर वाला नाच रहा भाई, एक बंदा देख रहा हो भाई? आ जा ऊपर, मतलब नीचे आ जा। पड़ गया ना, पड़ ही गया।
Haven't won yet.
अरे उतर क्या है? मैं ऊपर जाता तो नीचे उतर जाता है ना बंदा। तू क्या देख रहा है? मार खाने का। इजी भाई, इजी। और ये रहा भाई अपना चील। कैसा लगा चील? अरे मार क्यों रहा है? रुको यार, मैं कर क्या रहा हूँ? अरे बारिश भी हो गया। ये ले, खत्म हो गए भाई, फाइनली खत्म हो गए। अब जा सकते हैं अपने पॉट में।
There's still soup in here. These hilly churls sure have big appetites.
Well, it's all them now.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment.
चालू करो एक्सपेरिमेंट भाई।
We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which.
Okay.
Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need.
तो हमें
Mr.
आग
Zhongli
बढ़ाते रहना
said
जब
that
तक
the
हमें रिजल्ट
shinier
रह
and
जाए।
bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
तो हमें एकदम नीला करना है ना और को। और गरम कैसे करूँ? अरे हीट करना है भाई, गरम करना है। देखो आ रहा हूँ। क्या आग मारूँ क्या? अच्छा, हीट बढ़ाना है। बारिश भी तो कर रही है। मैं बिजली मार रहा हूँ, देख रहा दिमाग।
Whoa!
अरे नमूने लोग आ गए।
Came from the first Noctilucous Jade.
आ रहा हूँ।
Trolls are surrounding us again. Were they
चल क्या सीखता सी? या
such
मारो।
nosy neighbors? Let's take
मजे लो भाई, मजे लो भाई, मेरे को क्यों मार रहे हो? अबे यार, ये बर्फ वाले को मारो पहले। बर्फ वाला भाई परेशान कर रहा है। अरे भाई परेशान कर रहा था, मर गया ना। और तू क्या कर रहा है? तू कहाँ से बच गया? अरे भाई निकल यहाँ से चुपचाप, हमें अपना काम करने दीजिए। हम यहाँ पे भाई एक्सपेरिमेंट चल रहा है, अब परेशान कर लो। फिर से आएंगे ना, इस बार नहीं आया कोई नहीं आया। नहीं तो चलो भाई फिर से गर्म करते हैं।
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it?
मारो तो भाई, मारते हैं
The
रुको।
trolls, they don't give up, do they?
ये दो
They're mad that we ruined their food.
खाना खाई, मजाक कर इनके खाने खा बेचारे के। ले भाई चिल खा लो। मजा आ रहा है, मजा आ रहा है। और लड़ रहा है भाई, मजे ले ले। ये देखो अकेले में भंगड़ा पा रही है। अबे मैं कहाँ चढ़ रहा हूँ ना, जब पड़ा तो बेचारा ऐसे ही मर गया। अब हो गया ये गरम, हो गया।
Oh, that's bright! Too bright!
अरे चमक रखा ही रे, अब मैं क्या करूँ?
That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it?
ओके
It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one.
चल 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 चल
Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
चल चल।
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
कौन सा वाला था वो जो चमका था? पाइमॉन्ड? मुझे नहीं पता, वो सेकंड वाला में चमकता हुआ दिख रहा था। सेकंड
Huh? No, it wasn't that
मुझे नहीं
one.
पता था, बोलो।
remembers that
तो ही
it
तो
wasn't
बोला था।
very bright.
बता भाई मुझे थोड़ी सी।
Think a bit harder.
अब थर्ड और फर्स्ट में ही से होगा। I would like first Noctilucous Jade।
Huh?
अरे यार।
It wasn't that one. Paimon remembers that it wasn't very bright.
ओके अब एक ही में
Think a bit harder.
अब एक ही तो बचा, वही तो होगा, ये भी नहीं होगा।
Exactly. That's the one Paimon remembers too.
थैंक यू बताने के लिए भाई।
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
क्या?
Done.
बॉक्स भाई कितना
All
सारा?
the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top quality Noctilucous Jade for?
क्या करने का चाहिए भाई?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is...
Dead.
Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half
आधे
the
दाम में
price.
बेच रहे भाई, ले फ्री में मिल
Are
जाएगा।
you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
चलो भाई अच्छा
In the
भी
safe
निकला।
hands of the Liu Chithing and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
So let's not get ourselves down just yet.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous Jade back.
चलो रे आप कहाँ जाना है?
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we can leave without paying.
पैसा ही दूंगी वो।
Oh, right.
भूल गया था,
I'm
wow.
sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring
बहुत
any.
बढ़िया।
Any what?
पैसा ही नहीं आया।
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my part.
What is strange take on the value of money? local of you who doesn't have money on their mind. क्या बोले? ये बोलते हैं.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait! Didn't Child give us some advance funds earlier?
I have them on me.
That's a relief. Have a look, Bob.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then.
पैसा नहीं आता यार,
Let's
कैसा
take
करते
this
हैं?
jade to
तो
Eugene
Zhongli.
Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single mora.
Please remember to bring money next time, भाई.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.
भाई पैसा नहीं लाया भाई, कैसा है नंबर है. चलो कोई बात नहीं. अब कहाँ जाना है? और ये मारते हुए सुपर हीरो लैंडिंग करते हुए या कहाँ जाना था? चाहिए तेरा.
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will
ठीक
need.
है.
Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
We'll pay the jewelsmith when he arrives. क्योंकि इसका पैसा नहीं है.
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location and have begun making preparations for the rite.
The rite of dissension took place here too.
That's right. The Liu Qixing have acquiesced to using the same location.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith.
हो सकता है भाई, पकड़ेंगे
Although
ही.
with that said, since we got back from Dway and Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about.
पता नहीं भाई, हम पीछे क्यों नहीं पड़ रहे हैं?
Also, the
Rex Lapis vessel.
Rex Lapis vessel.
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right. That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
Seems a bit easy, too easy going. हाँ भाई.
These things are for the
उन्हें कैसे पता चल
authorities
जाएगा
in
भाई,
Eugene
कौन है
Terrace
killer?
to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Okay.
Golden
Golden House.
House?
अभी ये मैंने सुना.
The only mint in Liu, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Oh.
Wow.
भाई मन खुश हो गई.
I'm not thinking about anything bad.
पैसा कितना
But
आएगा
I
करके मैं
think
सोच रही थी
it's
भाई.
Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available.
They must have some ulterior motive. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा. The Qixing provide the location and the child the funds.
Perhaps each has their motives.
Okay.
But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liu, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy
पैसा
them?
नहीं होगा फिर.
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special.
Okay, तो हमें silk flower
Silk
लाना
flower
पड़ेगा.
petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
चलो फिर से मर्चेंट्स के पास चलते हैं, पैसा तो होता ही नहीं बेचारे के पास।